Hello, welcome back to the garage. A few months ago, when I got the R1250GS, I was looking at some form of bike security to fit to it. And I stumbled across this, the RoadLok. If you're interested, you know what to do. The RoadLok Disk Lock is unlike any type of disc lock that's on the market, because it's permanently fixed to your brakes. So as a result, you never have to lose it, try and find the thing. All you need to do is make sure you keep hold of the locking pin, which is this. The way the system works, it comes with a very comprehensive list of instructions. You get in the kit not just the disc lock itself, you get 2 bolts and various sizes of spacers. Now, the crucial thing to consider here is one simple fact. These will only work on bikes which have radial mounted front discs. If you don't know what a radial disc is, or you're unfamiliar with the term and unsure, I'll explain. A radial disc has the mounting bolts pointing towards the axle. So they're at 90 degrees to the axle itself. So these are your 2 mounting bolts. The other type is axial disc brakes, and those have mounting bolts which run parallel to the axis of the axle. So they run in parallel, so they're mounted at the side of the brake as opposed to the top. The K1300 is a prime example of axial mounted brakes, and that's the bolt there and there. So as you see, this RoadLok won't work on axial mounted brakes. If your bike has radial discs, there's a very high possibility that RoadLok will do a product for your bike. The way the system works is, it is a bit of a faff to mount it, but once it's mounted, it's literally fit and forget. In the instructions, it tells you to undo the 2 bolts, which would be here, which are your standard original OEM bolts. You remove those, you then measure a certain distance which is listed in the instructions. I'm not going to go into that. And then find the spacer which is suitable, so that when the bolts are tightened back up again, the pin then fits in one of the holes in the disc, like so. For the R1250GS and the 1200GS, I found that the spacer which is perfect is the 19mm length spacer. That's these 2 here. Once you've figured that out, all you then need to do, put the spacers in, mount it, put the bolts back through, and make sure you tighten these 2 bolts back up to the OEM torque setting as listed in your bike's manual. So how does it work? So once fitted, all you then need to do is remove this dust cover using the key. Remove the dust cover, insert the locking pin, hold it in under pressure because it's sprung loaded, and then that's then armed. You move the bike forward or back slightly till you hear the locking pin engage. And that's my reminder, as I would do with any conventional disc lock, that it's applied. When you come to take it off, obviously, get that out the way. key in, release it and remove it. Now all you do before you ride off, replace the cover, lock that in place. This simply covers the keyhole. I must admit folks, I've had this on the bike now for a few months and completely and utterly impressed with it. It is an absolute godsend. It isn't cheap. You're looking for the system for this bike, it was about £210 at the time of recording, but it's on, it's fitted, and I'll never have to worry about that again. Okay folks, I hope this has been of some use. Speak to you soon. Keep rubber side down.